halftime score between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles, and then tonight a good one out in the desert, the Bucs and Cards from Glendale. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Murray now. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running right on the option is Murray. And they corral him just a couple. In the end zone. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, it's Mostert, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Always got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rondale Moore, 48 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Hey, 626!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to Dobbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Rodgers now on 1st down. Completes it again to Dobbs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And the Packers are going to have a 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 37.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
50. Plant.
Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and run. Dillon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So first and goal quickly turns into fourth and goal, and then fourth and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker have to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On play action, it's Murray. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
10 more there and another first down. The Dolphins at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And a completion to Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Play fake. Murray. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle they go with Mostert. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 61 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw, it's Murray. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
There are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Mostert with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A check down here to Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 79 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great. Feet in, first down. Rodgers now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape.
Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. The pitch out to Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in a time